Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation to take this time in Dubai. In some way, here is very familiar for me because some of my parents comes from Lebanon and from Egypt. I love hummus and baba hanoush. It's great. Sorry about my poor English, but I'm sure that's much better than your Portuguese. So I'll do my best. I'd like to share with you guys our work in especially finishing with the case of the Olympics in Brazil. It's going to be in 6 months, the next 6 months. We are really working hard. But the beginning of my career, 27 years ago, started with a very strange challenge. I'd like to understand more about packagings. And I was challenged for my teacher really to think like a belly of my mother, like amazing packaging. In the beginning, it sounds really strange for me, but after that, I understood that she was invited me to think about design in a completely different way. And I love this idea to look at nature like an amazing source of inspiration to know about design. Do you know some packaging more friendly than a banana? Compare a banana with a sachet of ketchup, for example. This is amazing. Or the tangerine is fantastic individual doses. It's perfect. And this was the beginning. And my company that I started 27 years ago started with this approach. And the name of this science that brought us all of the design principles that we use today, the name of this science is biomimicry. It's really simple and basic idea because nature has been developed a lot of different solutions, amazing solutions, in the last 3.8 billion years for problems really similar of our problems. And it's the best part that it's free. God doesn't charge any copyright. You can go there just to pick it, the ideas and to bring for your reality. It's completely copyleft. And the first packaging that we developed with these principles was this one. We were invited to create the political button for a green party in Brazil. And for me, like an eco-designer sheet with 19 years old, the idea to take part in an eco event like a presidential election should be something that each person should have their own image, their own position. And instead to create something fixed, like with the logo of the Green Party, we create this packaging with a lot of seeds, that kind of seeds that sticks in your socks. And the main idea was to use like a pixel each seed. And when you create a drawing, when you hug someone, part of the idea was in the other person. It's fixed in the other person. You are spreading the idea and spreading the seeds, because nature designed this amazing solution really to spread the life, taking rides in the animals. This is a very strange idea. It was really impossible to produce this because it was really complicated to harvest the birds. But we imagine some people with long sleeves and turtleneck rolling on the bush, fixing the seeds. But it was impossible. But in '92, Anita Roddick from Body Shop, it's a British amazing cosmetic company, saw this idea and invited us to take part in her creative team for 45 days. And we had an amazing relationship with her in the last 10 years before she died. And was amazing. And I used in a lecture in TED that I did, I used this idea. I put all of the seeds in my shirt, and I gave many hugs, and I spread thousands of seeds during a day. So I'd like to share some design principles that we use in our basic projects in Brazil, in Tátil. First of all is work hard to reach maximum simplicity. Coca-Cola Global invited us to create the visual system for the Olympics. And we had the ribbon, and we thought that ribbon suggests a lot of movement. And we'd like to use this movement because this is the part of the briefing, it's a very important part of the briefing, to suggest movement. In a very simple way, we just flip a piece of paper and we create the whole system, the whole identity system, and this logo that has been spread in the world, and it's going to be until the Olympics. It's a system with many applications, like that, and we bring the athletes, and you put them in the packagings. The idea is to spread in the city in products like that one. The second one is understand that the emotion is the most powerful bonding to really to establish connection between brands and people. And I'd like to present you, this is the Gachu, our mascot. It's a small animal like that one. And the main idea is when you, like all of the cats, you can walk with them, but all of the cats, when you throw it away like this one, he lands in his feet, like all of the cats. It's very funny because it's a simple idea with plastic, and we have a video, small video here with our people playing with this.
From San Francisco to San Diego, I'll be there if you let me know. I wanna go wherever you go. Baby, baby, I love you so.
So the third principle is consider the life cycle of stuff, of everything. We need to really to follow nature in this perspective. We need to really to think about the whole cycle. And in 2008, I was invited to make a lecture in Cannes Festival, and we need to make a kind of invitation for the lecture. And we decided to use a simple leaf, the ordinary leaf that we just pick in the floor. And the idea was to create only with laser cut different drawings, inviting people for the lecture. And you can put images like that. It's a very, very simple idea that you want to lie on in the 2009 with this idea. I'd like to share with you guys this. So in the last that I'm going to share today is the always look for body and soul in a fine tuning when you are creating identity or some idea, some expression for brands. For me, it's the most important part when someone are trying to create good expressions for a brand is really to get to be sure that each expression can be completely connected with the meanings that you want to talk with people. This connection is really important. And we had in 2009, when Rio de Janeiro won the competition to host the Olympics. This is so inspired symbol, and this universe is so inspired. And everybody in Brazil, all of the agents really thought that, oh, wow, this is a dream project. It's the huge project. It's considered the most complex visual system in the world because you need to print this in a pencil and at the same time to put in the whole city, to dress the whole city. And I remember when I was a child, I saw many. My father loves Olympics, and he collected some posters and something like this. And I always thought, wow, this is an amazing event. I would love to stay in an event like this. And yeah, we are doing this. But the most funny thing about this identity and this project is that when the event is going to happen in the next months, this identity is going to be in a computer in the Fifth Avenue and at the same time printed in the newspaper on the top of Himalaya village. And this is crazy. Our target was not some target. Our target was the entire world. And this makes this work really complex. And this was the room where we're gonna take the briefing. When we arrived there, we saw more than 300 people, more than 139 agents really trying to fight for this project. I remember when I arrived there, I saw so many people, I thought, oh, let's give up. Come on, it's so many people. But we're still there, and it was a great funnel. It's 139, becomes 87, 25, and 8. In the final of the 4 months, we received a call saying, you won. And it was amazing feeling in that moment. But it was a huge and very complex job to do that we did before, for sure. But in the beginning of the process, we received in the briefing, we should show 12 different attributes in this identity. We should sorry about English. We need really to put together many attributes to be innovative, to represent the Carioca way of life. Actually, only 12 different attributes in just one logo. And we decided to do something really important in the whole process. We decided to put our team to work together. We are today more than 100 people, and we put our guys from Rio and from São Paulo to work together. Not in a competition, but in a cooperation way. Everybody really took part in this project. And when I'm saying everybody, I'm really saying everybody. We invited the IT people, the receptionists, everybody gave their opinions in this project, because we are not doing a project for designers. We were doing a project for people, ordinary people, should see, must see in the final identity all of those attributes. And was a really hard work. In the beginning, we tried to define the meanings that we want to put in this logo. And we got these 4 different pillars: harmonious diversity, dynamic spirit, contagious energy, because the Olympics is going to be in Rio de Janeiro, in our city, and we have this energy. And for sure, exuberant nature is really important in Rio and everything. And this is the strategic tool that we created, that are in all of the tables of the people inside of the Rio 2016, and they help them a lot every day when they want to create a new expression for Rio 2016. They use this compass to really find a way, and has been working really well. First of all, we need a human brand that really could represent our way of life. After that, we decided something really, it's a big risk bet. We decided to create a 3-dimensional brand. Actually, the first one in the Olympics history, because we live in a very sculpture city. Our city is a really sculpture. And for us, make a lot of sense to have a sculpture logo for a sculpture city. And we did it. And this is the logo in 3D version. And we have the sugar law like the main inspiration. This is the most famous postcard in Brazil. And the shape of those is really connected. And we have this one. But more than only sugar law, we tried to put all of the curves of the brand inspired in the shapes of the mountains in Brazil. For example, like that, this is Cagarras Island in Ipanema's beach. And in this, people don't know about this, but in a certain way, these shapes are so intimate for Cariocas people that we bump in these rocks every day, all the time. And this promote a really connection, a big connection between the identity and Cariocas in general. Many mountains. And most of everything, this brand was made to be experienced in different ways. We can create many possibilities. Sorry. Okay, no problem. Many possibilities. We can make a huge sculpture. We can spread huge sculptures in the city. This is going to be really special. But we produce many manuals, 38 precisely, more than 300,016 different final arts. It's a huge, huge work. And after all of this work, we launched the logo. And this is the film that we produced with Conspiração. It's a production in Brazil. To launch the logo. Thank you. The launch was amazing in Copacabana's beach in the New Year's. More than 2 million people. And we produced a huge, huge flag with more than 1,500 square meters. And we opened that above the people. And I was really afraid that it was 40 degrees and people could, oh my God, it's so hot. But people started to dance. And the logo started to move. And movement was something really important for us in the whole creative process. It was an amazing moment, really, perhaps the most emotional moment in my career. So the results was really amazing. We have a lot of good feedbacks from around the world. Actually, the most received identity in the history of the Olympics. 93% positive in Brazil, 83% positive around the world. But the most important thing for us was that the people in Rio, in Brazil, the ordinary people really understood the logo. They could feel themselves represented in the logo. And the people started to find new meanings in the identity. This was amazing. I visited a slum in Brazil, and the guy there told me, "Oh, I understood your logo." And I said, "Okay, go ahead." "Oh, I can see the 3 forces there." And I said, "3 forces? Come on." And he said, "Well, I can see the public, the people, the companies, and the governments together in a big hug to change our city and our country." And I said, yeah, exactly what we thought. It was amazing, many different meanings. People could see Rio right in the symbol. The major saw Rio, R-E, we didn't put there. But I think that more than 100 people working together, the creative energy that we put there, perhaps it's not intentionally, but we put there more, I don't know, ideas. And this has been really special for us, regular people, ordinary people really liking the logo. But after that, we received another call from the Olympic Committee, told us that for the Paralympic logo, they gave up to make another bid, and they would like to invite us to create the identity. And it was a great moment, for sure, but a huge challenge, how to create another one. And the 3D, to be a sculpture, was part of the briefing now. They liked this. And to represent the Paralympic movement is really, really amazing challenge because they talks about the spirit in motion, spirit in movement. They are so amazing guys and people. We had a lot of connection with the athletes, and we heard crazy stuff like, "Oh, I'm really much more happy now than I was before my accident, when I lose my legs, because now I have a purpose." And this is so inspiring. This is Daniel Dias, our championship in swimming. He has more medals than Michael Phelps. It's great to imagine a teaser when both are in the stage and are placed, just a small frame, counting medals. And they are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And 13, Phelps stopped, and Daniel Dias is still 14, 15, and he looks. And this is some ideas to explore how big is Paralympic in Brazil with really amazing people like that one. But more than a sculpture, we decided to put something else in the briefing. We decided to make a multisensorial logo because we have a multisensorial target. We have deaf people, we have blind people, we have people without hands and everything. And it should be really important that everybody could try the identity. And we decided to do this, putting sound in the logo, texture, vibration, and we put sensors around this base. And the symbol is actually a heart connected with the infinite symbol that represents the infinite energy that they have to go to, after an accident to the top of the podium. This is amazing. We really would like to show this energy. And we invited blind people. Thank you. Thanks a lot. We invited blind people to get opinion in our process. We gave them sculptures and they touch. And some of the best ideas comes from the guys. For example, before the infinite symbol there was just a ellipse. And the guy take the sculpture and put the hand, what's this hole here? And I thought, hole? We didn't like a hole there. He could see a hole there and we couldn't see. And we come back to the office and we decided to flip that ellipse, and we found magically the infinite symbol. That was perfect, and we got it. So this is a small film showing how the brand works. The light is inside. The heartbeat is when you becoming closer. The heartbeat started to go fast. I'm getting closer there, and we produce a sound texture that represents the heart of the athletes. And it was amazing. When you touch, happens some resonance, and it's impossible to listen here, but it's some resonance. And especially for blind people, this is really special. And so, we're still developing other things, and the geometric basis for this is the shapes of the city. We have many pebbles in our city, and this is the base to develop the rest of that was developed inside of the comité. The simple pebbles and the encounters between them, and the script, the logotype was so complex to get there, and it's completely connected with the shapes of the city, our images. And they were the base to develop the pictograms. Are completely connected. Everything is completely connected with the original identity. And we have the first time the pictograms specifically from the Paralympics. It's the first time. And now it's amazing to see our brands spread in thousands of products. And now we have our coins with the identity. I remember the first time when I received a coin, and I saw the brand there was amazing moment. Many of them. This is the gold one for collectors. Collectors, no. People that I don't know in English, how can I say this? And this is stamps. And now just to finish, a short video with 2 minutes about the creative process of the Paralympics.
O Comitê Paralímpico Internacional achou que a marca paralímpica deveria ter conexão com a marca olímpica e a mesma força que ela já tinha demonstrado. E aí nos convidou para fazer.
A gente teve uma coisa muito positiva na marca olímpica, foi conseguir fazer as equipes trabalharem de maneira coletiva como a gente nunca antes tinha conseguido em nenhum outro projeto da TAD.
A gente já partiu também desse mesmo princípio, assim, todo mundo junto.
Foram mais de 150 desenhos só no meu caderno.
Seria fundamental a gente entender muito do universo, cada modalidade. A gente conversou com os principais atletas no Brasil.
Tem que entrar naquilo, assimilar aquilo, viver aquilo, para projetar para aquela realidade.
Isso pessoas têm muitos preconceitos em relação ao esporte paralímpico. Quem nunca viu uma competição não sabe do que se trata, que a experiência de assistir a uma competição é única, o nível de envolvimento que rola é impressionante.
A gente descobriu isso ao longo da dinâmica, eles são tão competitivos quanto qualquer outro atleta.
Aquilo ali é a vida deles, é sério, é treinamento.
Eles treinam pesadamente para ganhar um 12º numa competição. Mais do que falar das diferenças, essa marca deveria falar do que nos torna iguais, do que nos é comum, do que existe em todo mundo.
Uma marketplace está alinhada com os conceitos do design universal, ou seja, uma marca para todos.
E o coração é o que nos torna iguais, é o que todo mundo tem igual.
Não é um coração super óbvio, ele é um coração que, se você for olhar, ele é abstrato. Ela tem um infinito que, quando você tá fazendo a curva, a performance, você volta, você se reinventa. É você se reinventar o tempo inteiro e ganhar energia para transformar.
Acho que todos que trabalharam para essa marca, né, teve essa ideia, né, de colocar o som, pulsar ali do coração. Quando eu coloquei a mão ali, eu comecei a pensar na minha história como atleta. Eu não aguentei segurar a emoção.
So, this is Adria dos Santos. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is Adria dos Santos, our most amazing runner, Paralympic runner. And she told me in the end of this moment that was completely casual, because she was there and someone take her close to the logo. She touched the logo and she said that was the first time in 20 years of her life, like athlete, that she could touch, that she could had some experience with the identity that represents her life, her own life. And this was amazing. This is an amazing experience. And now we are doing together with these other guys. This is Vicky Muniz, a Brazilian artist, and Marcelo Rubens Paiva. We are the creative directors from the opening and closing ceremony for the Paralympics in Rio. All of you guys are invited to take part of this amazing party in Brazil. Thank you so much.